starting with me on down, and that's the bottom line. They came in here and they ran the ball, they shortened the game. We didn't do enough on offense. Give them credit. Turn the ball over in the red zone. That's usually not a good sign. And credit to Carolina.
Offensively, after Matt had his hand stepped on, you all seemed to go into a slump there. It was not throwing hand, but I don't know if that was just a coincidence or where did the offense go after that point?
Well, you tell me particularly where you thought it went to a slump, because it happened on the drive. But, you know, when he threw the interception, and then we came back down, and you got a chance, and you're in a 12-10 game, and you got a critical third down. We don't make the play. We missed the field goal. I didn't think Matt was doing anything particularly bad or great. I don't think that had any impact on a D-led. I think that that's making something of something that really didn't. We didn't execute better. They got after us. Like I said, you got to give them credit. We didn't make enough plays.
At what point did you know Calvin Ridley wasn't going to be here?
Well, it's with Calvin. I mean, like he said, I believe he put out a statement, and so I'd let Calvin, speak for himself. It's a personal issue. So again, I'm not going to go into many details. And when we realized he wasn't going to go this morning, we made him inactive.
So it was this morning that you found out?
There's a lot of things, Michael, and so things can happen and change day to day. You guys were all at practice Friday, so Calvin's doing something personal, and it's going to remain personal on my end. Calvin's statement speaks for him, and so when we got here today and we talked, we put him inactive.
How does this change what you maybe are able to do over at least the next few weeks? Because at least he said he's stepping away from at this time. It's not clear when.
It's like any other injury, Michael. No different when we got on that plane to London. We got to find a way. We got to find a way to win. We got to find a way to execute better offensively. There's no excuses. So everybody's, it's the NFL. There's injuries come up, things come up, and we got to find a way.
And the end of the first half, that last drive, you had a minute 44 left when you got the ball. You ran the ball twice, and then Matt scrambled. What was the strategy there in terms of trying?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. We got off or ripped off a pretty good run. You're playing the game within the game. We get the ball right after half, Michael. So you're looking at the end result. We didn't execute it. They blew up the run. I mean, you're thinking you get an earned first down, we're right into it, and give them credit. We didn't execute well. They had a free hitter. I'll go back and look at the tape. I'm pretty damn sure what happened. So you get a negative play, and then we went for it like you would on any other third down. So it wasn't like it was like run, screen. You're trying to make more of it than it is. Give them credit. So when you get in there, we had 3 timeouts, right? Plenty of time to go down and score. And so they created a negative play.
George, on your left. As far as the downfield passing game goes, it seems like Matt's only got just so many intermediary and short routes to go. Is that something that's it's a big concern to you right now?
Did you see last week?
Well, yeah, but
And this week too, we tried to press the ball down there. You got to give them credit. I mean, there's also a thing that called a pass rush that speeds it up. So that's another false narrative. We did. We tried to go right at them. Give them credit. They executed.
sorry.
Yeah, 203 rushing yards for Carolina. I know you said that was their game plan coming in. I mean, just the fact of them executing that game plan. I mean, what did you kind of need from the defense?
Oh, like I said, I mean, they shortened the game down, and credit to them. They were physical. They ran the ball. They kept it in a lot of third and shorts. They went 10 for 7 on third down. At the end of the day, though, as ugly as that felt, they scored 19 points. We got to do more offensively. When you get in the National Football League, we got to score more than 13 points. So I know it was ugly. We got to do better. We'll look at the tape. We got to stop the run. Give them credit. On the flip side, you got to give their defense credit. We didn't do enough. We didn't do things well enough to win that game.
Did you feel like, I know 3 for 10 on third down today with the offense. Did you feel like y'all were putting yourselves in good enough position on first and second down, or was it a disconnect on third down?
Well, we had more intermediate third downs than we did a week ago. Combination of things. I didn't think we were clean enough. Like I said, it starts with me. I got to do a better job coaching. Give them credit, and like I said, they covered us. We didn't do enough job getting open. We probably rushed through, so maybe that's why it looked like there was intermediate. I mean, he wasn't like he had a lot of time back there either. It's a good rush group. So,
Josh.
With Calvin's absence, obviously you had planned for him to be here. How much did him not being here affect the way you were able to call the game and the way that they played you, you think? Could you see a difference in what they were able to
Probably a little bit, maybe the way they matched a man. You'd have to ask Matt Rule or Phil Snow that one, but that would be the biggest difference. Would be how they match defensively. It's like you got to have contingency plans. A guy goes out the first play of the game, whether it's your quarterback, your receiver, tight end. You better have contingency plans. So, if I had to guess, the best educated guess can be probably affected their man coverage plan.
Anything else?
Yeah, the Eric Harris hit on Robbie Anderson there, it looked like things got a little heated there. Was that something, did you get a good gauge, a good view on that hit?
I thought it was a clean hit. I thought the refs did a nice job. Usually now, we've done a nice job, taking the launching the head out of the game, and you hit him right in the middle part. It's a good clean hit by Eric. It's football. It's an emotional game, and what I don't want to see is all the chirping. I mean, I don't want to see that from our team.
Josh?
Did you notice any differences in Kyle today beyond just the lack of production? Did you see anything?
I mean, they did a nice job covering him. I mean, he's a rookie. And you guys, like I said, you guys want to go ahead and make a bronze bus for him in Canton, and we went through this. They had a good game plan. I go back and look at the tape. We certainly tried to go after him, and they did a good job of covering him. We got a couple plays, made a couple nice plays. He's not gonna go out for 200 yards every game. So we got other guys that can move the football and score, but give them credit.
Emily?
Is this the same personal issue Calvin dealt with a couple weeks ago, and if so, is this something you guys have been?
Again, I'll let
talking
Calvin's
about?
statement speak for him. I'm not going to ever speak for another player or another coach when it comes to personal issues.
Eli?
Yeah, Coach, what are some of the thoughts that, lead you to say, you gotta do more offensively? How can you all do more offensively?
Well, there's certain, that's what part of coaching, D-Led, right? So we'll go back and look at it. Like I said, they did a nice job, and we made some adjustments. They made more plays than we did, and you just got to look at it and see where we go from here. That's going to be that way every week. They said they got some. That's a better defense when Shaq Thompson's in there. They added Gilmore in there. He used him to play some man coverage, matched him up on Kyle, and so we'll go back there and look at it. There's a lot of ways. It's one game. We got 10 to go. A long, long season ahead of us. So here we are, 3-4. Not where we want to be, but we got a lot of football.
It looked like Sam leaked out, it looked like a few times again. Is that just something at this point that is almost that flaw in the defense, or is there something in your defense that doesn't really?
Michael, I mean, you're talking about a million different variables. There's a lot of athletic quarterbacks in this league. Certainly, he didn't drop back a ton. A lot of times it can be the rush lanes. You may get a pressure. They may block you. When you play man coverage, different variations of man coverage, and nobody's open sometimes, they turn their back. Like I said, if they pass off a game, you may have a certain pressure called, and there may be a lane, and then, we didn't keep him in there. So, obviously, he did a nice job extending that third down.
Anything else?
There are moments or plays that you can point to where you felt like things were turning in the wrong direction?
What's that?
Were there moments or plays that you can point to in today's game where you felt things weren't going in the right direction?
Guys, it's an NFL game. It's a 12-10 game in the fourth quarter. We're right there on the fringe. We don't catch a third down. We miss a field goal. I mean, like I said, it wasn't the prettiest game offensively. If at worst you get that, it's 13-12. I mean, who knows? It affects the play calling. There's a cause and effect. The momentum's real in football, and there is a cause and effect. If you can find a way to get a lead right there, who knows, right? You'll never know. But we didn't happen. We dropped it, and we missed the field goal.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
said it, drop the ball and then miss the field goal, otherwise y'all up 13-12 and maybe it goes another way.
Yeah, it was, you know, one of those plays when you're in a tight game like we were today. You know, your possessions are limited, and you know, as a group, we didn't make enough plays. I had the turnover early in the game, where that could have been a different ball game too. You come away with points. We didn't make the play on the third down that you referenced towards the end, where we had a chance to kind of get back up. And you got to make those plays. We got to make those plays as a team, and I really believe we'll do that moving forward. But we didn't make them today. Credit to Carolina. I thought they played well. Their defense did a great job, played hard, and played better than us today.
How's the hand?
Yeah, the hand's fine. It was just a cut.
And Coach also made a point that their defense is a lot different with Shaq Thompson and Gilmore out there today.
Yeah, I know. I've played against Shaq for a long time, and he's a really talented player. You know, he's got great size and speed, great instinct. Made a nice play on the interception today. He's a good player, and as well as Gilmore, you know, came in and did a nice job, and it's a good defense. And so we'll see him again, but we certainly need to play, you know, better football the next time we go against them.
How does this offense change without Calvin?
You know, he's a great player, and you know, you try and utilize other guys when he's not up, and so we still have enough, you know, players. We trust the guys that, you know, are up on game day to go make plays. You know, and unfortunately, we just fell a little bit short of that today.
Are there things that, I mean, is it maybe within the downfield a little bit more, is that where maybe it can hurt you guys?
Well,
Is
he's,
that downfield, you know?
yeah, I mean, he's like I said, he's a great player, and so has the ability to stretch the defense. He's really quick getting in and out of cuts. He does a great job versus zone coverage versus man coverage. You know, but again, you gotta play with the guys we have up and available, and you know, ultimately as a group, we fell a little bit short today.
As far as Russell Gage, I believe, is targeted once. Are they doing something to take him away, or is that just?
It's just how the game shakes out sometimes. You know, the calls come in, you try and do your best to, you know, identify the defense and what you're going against. And to me, you know, guys have to stay patient. You know, at certain times, the ball's going to find different guys through the course of the year. And Russ has been a good player for us for a number of years, and so I anticipate that's going to be the case moving forward.
Did you think the late notice on Calvin's absence had any effect today, more so than if you'd known Wednesday?
Well, you know, I've been in the league a long time. You know, until you get to the Stadium Sunday, there's a lot of things, you know, that can happen, and it's no different than an injury in any other spot. Sometimes, you know, they're game time decisions. You got to adjust as part of being a professional and going out there and being ready to go. So I don't think it, you know, affected the guys, but certainly wish Calvin all the best. You know, we love him and support him, and he's a great friend and a great person. So we all support him as he's going through this.
How did you think Kyle played matching up against Gilmore for a lot of the games?
I thought there was some good, and you know, some we could do better, you know, for sure. But I thought he competed really hard. That's one of the best, you know, defensive players in the game. You know, has been a defensive player of the year, and so it's a great learning opportunity for Kyle moving forward. And you know, I think he'll be better off, you know, for going against guys like that. I think that's where you really learn how to become the best version of yourself.
Did you see some things today that you kind of think about that you could have done better?
No, I mean, you got to watch the tape. I think when you're playing, you're just on to the next play. You know, you're not going back and judging anything on game day. It's about playing together and going out there and competing as a unit and as a team and finding a way to get the job done. We didn't do that.
The interception through the first half, that was while your hand was bleeding pretty bad, but how was that affecting you at all, even though it's the offense?
No. It didn't affect me. I just, you know, Shaq made a good play, and you know, I've got to be better than that.
Matt, statistically, I think this was the second fewest yards you've had in a full game in your career. Did it seem like things just weren't working out today? Was it kind of a nightmare experience, or how would you kind of describe what happened today?
I've been through worse, you know, unfortunately, but it's just, you know, it was a low possession game. they did a good job on the offensive side of the ball for Carolina, running the football, kind of shrinking the clock. And we knew going into it, you know, if that was the case, then you have to be opportunistic and you can't worry about what the stats are. You just got to find a way to get it done. I thought we had chances, and you know, just didn't make the plays, you know, when we needed to. But we certainly, you know, we're in that football game all the way through it.
Talk about being opportunistic and then the third down percentage being 30%. I mean, what was kind of the disconnect there? Because I know we've talked before about like putting yourself in good positions on first and second down, but it sometimes felt like y'all were doing that. So what was kind of the disconnect there?
They played well. I think, you know, that's part of this league. There are days, you know, I tell our young guys all the time, you're a week away from being humbled in this league because there's good players across the board. And some days are like that. And you have to have the mental strength to come back tomorrow, get back to work, be honest with what we did well, what we didn't do well, and make sure that we're better than what we were today moving forward. Because we're going to see good football teams and good defenses as we go through the months of November, December, and January.
Moving forward, what are your thoughts on Sharp?
Yeah, I think Tajay's done a good job all year, you know, at different times where he's been asked to go in and make plays. I thought he did that for us today, made a couple good plays. I have a lot of confidence in Tajay that he'll go in and be a good player for us.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Foyer and